Now, the Iranian supreme leader has spoken for the first time since mass demonstrations spread across the country. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei says he's heartbroken by the death of Mahsa Amini, but criticized what he called planned protests. Ali Khamenei is blaming the US and Israel for the biggest protest the country has seen in years. The 22-year-old Amini died after being detained by Iran's morality police for violating the country's headscarf rules. The supreme leader's comments follow reports that a large number of students at Tehran's Sharif University of Technology were trapped in a car park that had been surrounded by security personnel.
I say clearly that these riots and the insecurity were engineered by the US and the occupying, false Zionist regime, Israel, as well as their paid agents, with the help of some traitorous Iranians abroad.
Well, for more on the ongoing protests in Iran, we can now speak to the activist Leila Jazayeri from the Association of Anglo-Iranian Women. She joins us now from London. Thank you very much indeed for joining us on the program and for bringing us what you know about these continuing protests in Iran. Let's start at Sharif University in Tehran. Talk us through what you know happened there. It was very reminiscent of previous crackdowns by regime forces, wasn't it?
Yes, basically the students' movement of Iran joined the uprising 3 days ago and echoed the voice of Iranian people for regime change. 48 universities have risen up to the dictator. They are chanting, death to the dictator, death to Khamenei, death to the oppressor, be it the Shah or be it the supreme leader. This is a significant time. This is a turning point. Why? Because people from all walks of life have participated in this uprising. You know, from intellectual to middle-class professionals, to merchant and bazaris, to workers under poverty, to physicians. And now the university students have taken up their roles. As you know, in any liberation movements, students have always been in the forefront of the movements. That is why last night, to prevent expansion of students' movements, the thugs of Khamenei, the security forces, they attacked. They opened fire on university students of Sharif University of Technology in Tehran. They beat them up with batons. They fired tear gases. They arrested many of them. They injured many of them. Later, they raided their dormitories. But the students have resisted. They kept sending messages out to people for help. People in Tehran, they rushed to Sharif University. The security forces, the thugs of Khamenei, the plainclothes agents, and the special riot police, they prevented people entering the university, but they resisted and they chanted, free university students. Shame on you, free students.
So, obviously a very distressing thing for you, but I mean, the supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, has said that the death of Mahsa Amini in police custody deeply broke his heart. I mean, it's his first comment since her death. What's your reaction to that? Are you soothed by his apparent words of empathy?
This is the same mullah that has been responsible for the execution of over 120,000 political prisoners. And now his heart is broken. The truth is that he knows he's going down. He knows his days are numbered. In one sentence, the message of Khamenei is more suppression. He is telling his thugs, the apparatus of suppression and repression, to continue suppressing the Iranian people. The international community cannot let this happen. We cannot let what happened last night to be repeated. And the international community needs to recognize the rights of Iranian people to defend themselves by all means.
And does it seem to you like the protests are escalating, despite the fact that the death toll is also rising?
There are many differences between this uprising and previous uprisings. It is widespread all over Iran. Iran has 31 provinces. The uprising is now leading to a full revolution to uproot Khamenei and his regime. 170 cities, people, 400 have been killed, over 20,000 have been arrested, but people come back to the streets. Why? You see, they have nothing else. They say they have nothing to lose. The sheer determination of people to come back to the streets, despite brutal suppression, has led to a remarkably high fighting spirits. In particular, the bravery of women and youth in the forefront of these protests. This is an uprising that Khamenei cannot stop it. It would lead to a revolution.
Well, I want to thank you very much indeed, Leila Jazayeri, from the Association of Anglo-Iranian Women, for bringing us what you know about what's happening in Iran. And do come back and talk to us again, because we're very keen to get updates from people like yourself. And of course, Leila was talking to me there from London.